Common question: why people always choose to work for somebody else or for another organization before they can start their own business? Yes, it is a yes for me. I think it's very important for you to work somewhere else before you can jump into starting your own venture, because number one, you learn the ropes. You get to understand how are you going to make decision. By ropes I mean the ins and outs. Which decisions are you going to make when it is required? Number two, you're going to gain the knowledge of the industry knowledge. By industry knowledge, every industry have got their ways of the way they operate. For example, you will get to learn how to develop the business plan. You will get to understand how to set the prices. The last time I was telling you about the two key methods of coming up with the price, which we are not going to mix up here. You get to learn how to manage the employees. You get to learn how to serve other clients. And then you also, number three, developing, you get to develop the skill. Like I said again above, the issue of industry. Different industries requires different skills. So in this case, you get to understand the communication skill, the leadership skill, the time management skill. In that, if tomorrow you get to your own business, you'll be in a position uh, to apply those skills that you have learned when you are a staff somewhere else. You understand? Number four is that you build a network. We all understand that no one succeeds as an individual. You need a strong network for you to be in a position um, to run a successful business. So by network, what am I trying to say? I always talk about buttons to press. You need to know that if I need a supplier for item A, this is the person, or this is the email I'm going to this is the such this is the such the specific words I'm going to use to identify to get this. Let me correct that. By network, if you are, for example, in tourism and hospitality, you then know other tour operators. So if you then know the suppliers of, for example, vehicle fleets of vehicles, where can you get? Whom are you going to contact? You then have contacts with maybe gas stations, and these are the networks I'm talking about. You then know, for example, in Uganda Tourism Board, do you have somebody there? So if you are looking at starting up a tour and travel company, and then you work with already an established tour and travel company or an hotel, you therefore get to understand during the time that you're working with that organization, you get guests, you get um, who are probably working, or you meet even managers from other companies, that in future, if you choose to start your own business, you will now use that network to help you run, because once you're already connected to somebody, even when you leave the workplace, the connection continues in most cases. Yeah, I think I had to dwell on a little bit there, because one network will always lead you to another. One contact will always lead you to another contact, and that is the simplest way I can put it. Then number five, you get to test your ideas. We always have a lot of ideas, and we tend to, build castles in air. So when you get an opportunity to work with an organization or with another company before you set up yours, you have the ground where you can test those ideas. Some of them may work, and if it works, it's good for you and good for the company or for the business that you're working for. So you then therefore copy that idea and paste it the time when you choose to. And of course, in many occasions, some of those ideas also turn not to work. So in the practical world, if the idea fails, I'm very sure that one, you will learn where you went wrong. So you will then now need to readjust some of the imaginary figures, concepts that you had, and then when the right time comes for you, if you insist on doing the same, you will now come up with a better one. Yeah, and then last but not least for now is you get to understand the challenges. Now, most people think joining business is just about, poop, you got the capital, you inject the money. After 2 3 months, you get back the money with a profit. In real life, no, it's not like that. They always say not every day is a Monday. So in some occasions, with my experience in business, is that sometimes uncertainties are there. Yeah, you bid, for example, for a contract, and yes, you win. You're given the contract, you go ahead and probably borrow money, because sometimes you're not paid immediately. You don't get any percentage up to a given stage. That is for some cases like construction. But there are cases where until the work is done, you submit actually inspection is done, you submit the invoice, and the whole process can take months. I've given maybe a little complicated example, but the challenges that are in the business sometimes are day-to-day challenges. Okay, you get a staff, you inject a lot in terms of skilling upskilling, skilling the staff. Yeah, you work with the staff. You are looking at maybe staying with him maybe for 2 3 years, and then after few months, or after getting, the skills that you have injected, you've helped him to gain, he leaves you. Then you have to start over and over again. And some of these people live with your clients. Clients sometimes are attached to some specific stuff, and if they don't get them, they will call, because I talked about networking above, up there. So they'll call, and okay. And then uh, another thing is that, sometimes, for example, in farming, you inject a lot of money expecting, and then all of a sudden, maybe if it's livestock, you lose them, or you lose some of them. Outbreak is there. Or if it is, transportation, vehicles will get accident. And yeah. So how do you then face the challenges? For example, if it is transport business, actually not only transport, a number of businesses, then you'll get to understand, why do you need to go for insurance? Should you do comprehensive insurance, or should you just, you know, are you going to ensure that you are in good terms with the government? Are you paying your taxes on time? Because again, the more you think you are dodging ahead there, you get the storm of your life, business life. So this is such a big topic, business, that we can discuss in one session. So like I said, remember to subscribe to my YouTube channel down there, so that you don't miss any episode of all this. Thank you very much, and I wish you all the best. I'm Solomon Ola.